Cindy, you believe that we all got the power within us. We need
Yes.
to believe, focus, take actions, and have fun. So, could you
hmm
please elaborate this?
When I hear the need, I want to shift that to want. So we can always choose to want to empower ourselves.
So,
It's
if 5 minutes are given to you to give one
Mhm.
message to the world, what it will be?
We're in a very difficult and challenging time that we are having right now, where we are surrounded with a lot of distractions and a lot of comparisons. I want you to focus with yourself and give yourself love.
Hello, everyone. Today we are having Cindy Mary with us. She is a coach, speaker, singer, and empower and shift people's mindset, strengthen their emotions, and elevate their best potential. So, hello, Cindy. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Being honored to be here with you, Priya. Thank you for being part of this show of yours.
My pleasure. Okay, so what is the meaning of Cindy Mary?
Oh, that's a very good question. Okay, so Cindy is a very different from my real name. So my real name is Katarina Marie. And there's a story behind that why I chose Cindy Marie, because when I was younger, a lot of people don't pronounce or don't call my name accordingly. So it's either Katarina, Katrina, Katarina, or Catherine, or Kathy. So none of them really call my name right. And to be honest with you, it made me really kind of frustrated. And I said, okay, if people can't really pronounce my Katarina as my real name, and I'm very ambitious, even when I was younger, that I have already created the stage name because I love to perform. And I said, okay, so what is the easiest name that people could remember? And I remember the model Cindy Crawford, and I love her first name. So I use Cindy Crawford as my first name and still attach my real name, Marie. So, it's still me. It's just that, Cindy is to substitute the Katharina that most people won't able to pronounce. But for those people who really love to call my name that way, I don't stop them to do so. But most of the people call me either Cindy Marie and Cindy, but I prefer now most people to call me Cindy Marie because I'm changing into a better version of myself.
Okay, that's great. That's great.
Mhm.
Okay, so Cindy, you believe that we all got the power within us. We need
Yes.
to believe, focus, take actions, and have fun. So, could you
hmm
please elaborate this?
Yeah. So first thing is that when I hear the need, I want to shift that to want. So we can always choose to want to empower ourselves. It's because we have the reason to empower ourselves, and it's not a necessity. Okay, so people always mistaken that we have to prove ourselves that we are capable, we are worthy, we are belong. In my case, my story was I grew up as a people pleaser because of my family background. I always been teased. I've always been mocked that I'm different. I don't belong. I have either a different father or no father at all. So I brought that up all the way to my late 30s, and my story about believing in yourself, that you really have the power within you, came from my last company that I have worked with, because you would know this, Priya, that having the color coming from the third world country, and I am not the kind of person that holding a fancy certificate that, you will have the privilege to get the job, from any big companies. I have to work hard on that. I have to work myself to get where I am right now, until from the last company that I have worked with, it's a multinational company. I felt like I've been trying myself so hard that I belong, that I'm worthy, that I am valuable, I am capable. And I told myself, you know what? I got to quit with this company because I am tired, proving myself that I'm worth, because I've always known with myself that I have that skills, that I have that ambition of being, the truest and the highest potential of me. But I just realized that I was in the wrong environment. I was not in the right people. I was not in the right sense of my awareness. And until I quit that job, I surrender. And I told myself that this is the moment for me to reflect. Who is really Cindy Marie? What does she really want to do? What is she really good at? What does she really, because I love and I have a high empathy and compassion with people. And this is why I also quit. What you mentioned about earlier, that's already what I have committed to myself, what I'm going to do, because I know that my gift is dedicated for me and myself only, because we are all unique. Priya has dedicated gift that many people is waiting for you to shine that out because they need that. It's the same thing with my gift. People are waiting for my dedicated gift for me to unleash that so I can help and empower more people's lives.
Okay, that's great. So, if 5 minutes are given to you to give one message to the world, what it will be?
Okay, so that is a very good question. I would say to people out there in a very difficult and challenging time that we are having right now, where we are surrounded with a lot of distractions and a lot of comparisons, I want you to focus with yourself and give yourself love, gentle, compassion, and empathy that you deserve. You deserve all the self-love, the self-care, the time that you have to take rest. And just know that you have a dedicated gift to yourself that the universe, God, whatever you call it, has given to you. And it's upon you, or it's up to you to work on that. But just so you know, you are unique, you are beautiful, you are talented, and you have the power within you that's just waiting for you to unlock it.
Yes, I think it's a wonderful message. So we all know that how much it is important to have self-esteem with us. Self-esteem is connected like loving yourself, and it is important in every phase of life. No matter you are into professional, you are into personal thing, anywhere, self-esteem plays a very important role. So could you please tell me why is it important to build self-esteem more elaborately and confidence, and how we can build in ourselves?
Sure. So having self-esteem and self-confidence hand in hand are truly powerful tools for you to be happy, to be confident, to be successful, whatever that you are working on right now. But let's break it down to understanding what is self-esteem and what is self-confidence. So self-esteem is knowing about yourself, like our belief, our worth, our values about oneself. How do you talk about yourself with yourself when you're alone? Do you criticize yourself? Do you recognize yourself? Do you applaud yourself? You give yourself appreciation. So this is knowing about yourself and about your belief about yourself, right? So the self-confidence, coming from the Latin word fidere or fidere, it means to trust oneself. So whatever you're working on your self-esteem, your confident will also be trusting whatever you're believing to yourself. So there are two things that are very important to discuss here, that people can build high self-confidence, but it doesn't mean that you have also high self-esteem, right? Because self-confidence is specific to situation, to action, results. But self-esteem is about what do you believe about yourself, right? What do you know about yourself? Do you criticize yourself? And it aligned with your self-confidence, people will see that. How people would see your self-awareness or self-esteem and self-confidence being aligned is because they can see your honesty, your sincerity when you speak about anything else about your story, how you communicate with people, how you interact with people, how you listen to yourself. So remember this, why it's so important to work on your self-esteem and self-confidence, because there's a power when you know yourself deeply, you know, you're so confident about yourself that, again, the comparison, right? This distraction from our society, that wouldn't affect you anymore. If it would affect you, you know yourself how to work on that. So this is why it's so important that you know your self-awareness. It's all about the values. It's all about your worth. It's all about your capabilities, skills. And when you know it aligned with your self-confidence, again, whatever you're working on, it will slowly become true, or you're going to achieve what you're working on in true self-core values.
Okay, like you were saying affirmations. So there I have one question, that there is one word, manifesting. So
Mm,
does they have any relationship between self-esteem and manifesting, something like that?
that's a very good question. So, in my opinion, based on my experience, manifestation came in or evolve into the picture of your chapter. When you're aware what you want to do, what you want to achieve, that's where the manifestation came in. That's where the manifestation planting in, because then you're creating the attraction that this is what I want to do. This is what I want to achieve. How can I achieve that? And you write it down, or you take action, of course. And then you believe by your action, you're already manifesting.
Okay, got it. I think that was a great explanation given by you. How to build self-esteem and self-confidence within us.
The answer is very easy, but it takes a lot of work. And that is by developing your self awareness. And what I mean of that, which I have already mentioned earlier, is understanding who you are truly being. What is your core values? What does it work for you and what it will not be? What is your boundaries? You know, who are the people that you want to be surrounded with? What kind of life that you want to live in for the next 10 years or at this point, you know? What kind of life that you want to have a meaningful or a really purposeful life? For example, me, so I want to have a bigger mission and purpose and really meaningful and profound way to live in this life, not just simply living for myself, but actually bigger than myself. And this is why I chose to navigate, to be a navigator, to be a tool to people, to also create this powerful message to people and combining that with singing so I can continue empowering people's lives. And what I'm sharing with them is what I've also learned in my life. And, you know, there's a power of self-awareness. And not a lot of people would like to do that because it takes a lot of inner work. You have to understand maybe you still have a childhood trauma that you have yet to forgive or you have yet to heal. Maybe you still have some people that you haven't forgiven as well. Maybe you're still criticizing yourself inside of you. So this is why for me, developing self-awareness is truly, truly vital. And one of the things that you can start with is basically I think the most easiest to start tiny action to develop self-awareness is to really give yourself a permission to understand and acknowledge yourself, whatever you're feeling in the moment. And when you acknowledge that, you started to get to know yourself. You started to become observer, watcher of yourself. And when you detach yourself and you're just watching yourself during that condition or emotion, you will know that that's not you. You are watching yourself. It's because of something. Something has triggered you. Give yourself a permission every day just to watch, just to observe yourself. Over time, by doing this, you will feel your reconnection with yourself. And that's, I think, the best first step. I don't know if that's going to be easy, of developing self-awareness, of building self-esteem and self-confidence align.
Yes, I got it. So, basically, it's about identifying who you are and what you believe in and where you want to go, and start loving yourself, and everything else will come. Is it?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. 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 So, my last question is to you, that how audience, the people who are watching, can support your work.
Okay. So for everyone watching or listening right now, if the story, if whatever I have said resonated with you and you feel like this is the moment for you to give yourself a permission to transform, you can either reach out to me at my LinkedIn, which is Cindy Marie Azur, or you can follow my inspirational, motivational content at my social media, Cindy Marie Azur as well. Or you can check my website to experience coaching session with me at cindymarie.net.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
Most awaited movement of this podcast. I want you to sing.
Okay. So the next song is by Mariah Carey. The title is Hero. I always sing this as my motivational song because I truly believe the lyrics really powerful for every one of you who believe in wanting to transform your life. So here it is. There's a hero. If you look inside your heart, you don't have to be afraid of what you are. Is an answer. If you reach into your soul, and the sorrow that you know will melt away. And then a hero comes along with the strength to carry on, and you cast your fears aside, and you know you can survive. There you go.
Perfect. I think that is the best moment of this podcast. Thank you so much. Thank you. Bye. Take care.
Thank you.